DeMar Derozan wasn't too happy about where ESPN ranked him in the top 100 players. I don't blame him at all for feeling like this. They was tripping for ranking him the 82nd best player going into the next season. DeRozan may not have made the All-Star team last season, but he's still putting up All-Star-like numbers. Last season, he averaged 22 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists, shooting 53% from the field. Giannis and Anthony Davis was the only other players last season to average at least 20 points while shooting 50% or better. He also became the first guard since Michael Jordan to average 22 points while shooting over 52% from the field. And on top of that, he went on a crazy streak in the beginning of 2020. He had 14 games straight where he had at least 20 points and 3 assists, shooting 50% or better from the field. This is the second longest streak like this in NBA history. The only other player who had more games like this in a row was Wilt Chamberlain. His streak was 19 games. So when you take all of this into consideration, I don't understand how ESPN came to the conclusion that he was the 82nd best player in the league. It just doesn't make any sense to me at all. There's a lot of players they had over him that I disagree with, but some of the most disrespectful ones were PJ Tucker, KCP, Steven Adams, Eric Bledsoe, and I can honestly keep going. DeRozan wasn't the only one who got disrespected too. They ranked Zach LaVine the 56th best player going into next season. Like what? That's crazy to me. Last season he averaged 25.5 points, nearly 5 boards and 4 assists, shooting 45% from the field, 38% from 3, making 3 a game, and shot 80% from the line. Not only was he 13th in points per game, him and Damian Lillard were the only players to average at least 25 points while shooting over 38% from 3. So from these numbers alone, he's clearly at the very worst a top 30 player. So I don't know how he ended up all the way to 56. I also don't know who they have over him in the top 50 since they ain't come out with it yet, but he's definitely better than everyone they had from 50 to 55. And the disrespect ain't stopped there. I don't like how they did Goran Dragic. He should definitely be higher than 58. He didn't have the greatest regular season. He averaged 16 points and 5 assists, which is good numbers, but it was more of what he showed in the playoffs. For the postseason, he averaged 19 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists on a team that went all the way to the finals and took the Lakers to 6 games. For the Heat, he was second in points, assists, and steals. But before he got hurt, he led them in points, assists, and steals. So that's why I think he should be higher than that. They also did violate John Wall too, ranking him the 81st best player. I know he ain't played for a while, but damn, they must have forgot before he got hurt he was averaging nearly 21 points and 8 assists. He might not come back the same, but from the way he's looking so far, I think he will. He also might become the number 1 option if they end up trading James Harden. So that's another reason why I think he's going to put up those type of numbers again. But at this point, it's looking like Harden isn't going to get traded to the Nets, but there's a possibility he could go to the Sixers. I also don't like how they have Dennis Schroeder 79th. He was one of the best guards this season even though he came off the bench. When you average 19 points and 4 assists on a team that almost made it to the second round in the playoffs, you should be ranked higher than that. There's also a few more players I think that was disrespected from this list, but the last one I'm going to talk about is Bojan Bogdanovic. I think he should definitely be higher than 73. He's one of the most underrated players in the league. Last season he averaged 20 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists, shooting 44% from the field, 41% from 3, making 3 a game, and 90% from the line. Him and Chris Middleton were the only players last season to average at least 20 points while shooting over 40% from 3 and 90% from the line. It's extremely hard to maintain that efficiency while averaging 20 points. If the Jazz had him in the playoffs, they probably would have ended up beating the Nuggets. I can't wait to see how he bounces back from his injury. I think he's going to have a great season. When this list came out though, I honestly wasn't even surprised. It seems like they always make outrageous rankings before the season starts. I think they be doing this on purpose to get a reaction, but who knows. I hope they don't honestly think that this is correct. But let me know what y'all think about the rankings they came out with so far in the comments. And if you like this video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for more vids. Peace.